Hello.
Hello, we are ready to begin with the post-game press conference for South Carolina. If you're looking for a recording of this press conference, we're asking you to please access it through the SEC media portal. It'll be available soon after this press conference ends. If you have a question, please indicate so by using the raise hand function or in the chat. And please identify yourself and your affiliation when asking your question. So we'll get started with Aaliyah Boston. First question from Aliyah is from David.
Hey, Aliyah, Dave Cloninger from the Post Courier back home. It seemed like you guys were really trying to be deliberate and patient on offense to work the ball around and then to get it inside to you at least to start. And if you could score, fine. If not, kick it out. Was that the entire game plan?
Yeah, I mean, Coach, over the past couple of days before coming into the tournament, she really talked to us about being deliberate, staying on our line, and just being strong with whatever we do. And then getting the ball inside definitely was something that we also worked on. And if I didn't have a shot, then I was able to kick it back out, and we were able to just work the offense from there.
Next question is from Dick.
Leah, the game tonight got very, very physical and a lot of activities going on. This team's been accused a lot this year of just wanting to be friends with everybody. But, you know, a good sign, Zaya tonight gets the technical and all. And you know, what were your thoughts on that about just not letting them push you around in the game tonight?
I mean, Coach, she has said that we're a little bit too nice on the court. And when we get pushed, sometimes we don't push back. But I think just coming into this tournament, we just had a different mindset. And yeah, as I got a tech, but I think it was just her just standing her ground, making sure she was just staying strong because Tennessee is a physical team. And so we just had to be ready for that.
Next question will go to Keith.
Hey, Aliyah, it's Keith Allset with 24/7 Sports. So on the first play of the game, it just seemed like from that moment on, when you got the ball, you made the drop step, you squared up and scored. You were there to impose your will. And at some point, it looked like a little mad Kiki came out. They even commented on TV about it. Were you out there? Were you trying to impose your will and be nasty in this revenge game against Tennessee?
I mean, I just wanted to be physical and just be dominant. Coaches have really talked to me about that just over the course of the season, just continuing to be dominant. So I was really just trying my best to not kind of let any possession go off where I wasn't as dominant as I needed to be.
Next question is from Greg.
Hey, Aliyah, Greg Hadley from the State Newspaper. I was just curious, how important was that third quarter for you guys to kind of extend the lead a little bit, create, or, you know, keep that separation given what happened in the first game against Tennessee and also yesterday?
I mean, the third quarter it's important. All of them are, but, you know, teams really come out strong, especially if they're down, just coming out in this third quarter aggressive, trying to get their shots off. So we really just had to stay locked in. I think we did a pretty good job of that. They just try to keep pushing the ball in transition. So I think we did a pretty good job matching up.
Next, we will go to Lawson.
Hey, Aliyah, Lawson Merle here with the Daily Gamecock. I just wanted to know how you felt stepping out, taking those three-pointers. I know you're willing to take them sometimes, but are we going to keep seeing you willing to step out to the three-point line throughout this tournament?
I mean, I'm definitely willing to step out. I'm just going to make sure that I'm taking a three because it's a good shot, not just because it's the first pass and I'm wide open. But I think my teammates did a great job of finding me on the three-point line when it was pretty open for me to take the shot.
Next, we will go to Matt.
Aliyah, not only has Dawn talked about getting off to a hot start, she said she wanted to see you guys play a full, complete 40 minutes. Do you feel like today was the most complete game you've played all season as a team?
I think so. I think from the start we were locked in and we were playing great defense and our offense was moving. So I would say that this was pretty much the first game where we played a complete 40.
Next question is from Pete.
Hey, Aliyah. Two things. How did you guys feel coming in here as a number 2 seed, knowing that maybe the favorite was Texas A&M? And was that important to kind of prove that? And what do you remember about facing Dawn Staley, who you'll, I guess, bump around with tomorrow in the finals?
Coming into the tournament as a 2 seed, I mean, we still had the same mindset, even though we weren't number one. It didn't matter. We're just coming in here to play and win. And Jenna's a great player, so I'm really excited for that, and just ready to play against her.
We have a follow-up from Dick.
Tennessee was the team that stopped the long winning streak in SEC play. How does it feel to get another shot at them tonight and then to get the results, get a big win over them in the rematch?
It was, I mean, it's exciting because they did beat us in the regular season. And then coming into this game, we knew it was kind of a rematch game and we wanted to come out on top.
And a follow-up from Keith.
Hey, Aliyah, so how exciting is it to be back in your second SEC championship game? And then second part, you were able to avenge the Tennessee loss. Any disappointment that you're not going to get an opportunity to avenge that Texas A&M loss tomorrow?
I'm excited that we're in the championship game. I think our team has just worked really hard and we've done a great job so far in the tournament. And when it comes to Texas A&M, I mean, if they were in the championship, we'd have loved to play them again, but we're really just focused on Georgia.
We have time for a couple more. We'll go to Lawson.
Hey, Aliyah, I know it was a real big turnout from the Gamecock fans tonight. Did you feel like they gave y'all some extra energy?
I definitely think they did. We heard them from the jump and the possession. So we definitely heard them all game. And I'm just so thankful that the fans were here.
We'll go to Elise.
Hi, Elise. Or my bad, that's me. Hey, Aliyah. Elise here with Sports and Culture Sports Media. So you had a good game tonight, very aggressive, double-double with a couple blocks and a steal. How do you feel with the quick turnaround playing tomorrow at an earlier time? Do you think you can keep that back up?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we just have to stay locked in. It's another game. We can't really we have some time off just to kind of recover, and then we just got to be ready for them tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Aliyah.
Thank you.
All right. We are ready to continue with South Carolina coach Dawn Staley. If you have questions, please use the raise hand function or indicate so in the chat. First question will go to David.
Hey, Dawn, Dave with the Post and Courier from back home. It looked like a very deliberate, patient approach offensively tonight. Get the ball to Aliyah and let everything flow from there. Were you impressed with how the team managed to stay with that throughout the majority of 40 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed with our team. I think our team is growing and they're learning. I mean, it took us probably to lose some basketball games and just our offense stagnant in some games to really understand what we were trying to accomplish. And I take my head off to our players being able to embrace it and not feel like you're taking the ball out of someone's hands and putting somebody else's and taking touches away from everyone. But our young players are learning how to play. When they learn how to play, everybody is going to feel like they can get a shot at any time. So super proud of them. 2/3 of the way done. We want to win another SEC tournament championship, and we put ourselves in this position.
Next question is from Keith.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win, going for your 6th tournament championship in 7 years. Second game in a row, you got off to the hot start, huge lead at the end of one. Talk about that. And then in the fourth quarter, do you think there was some fatigue playing, a high intensity game back to back night?
I mean, terrific start. I mean, if you wanna, I'll take that start. I'll take the fast start like we have over the past 2 days in any of our games. You can manage it a little bit better throughout the rest of the game, but it was probably a little fatigue, but it was fatigue on both parts. I think both teams just gave it up. When you play in this league, you have to give it your all, or else you'll put yourself in a position where, people can go on a, 12-0 run and make it a game again. We went through that yesterday. But a great win against a tough Tennessee team who will be NCAA bound, and hopefully we can play as well as we played or play better, and put 4 quarters together tomorrow when the SEC tournament championship is on the line.
Next, we will go to Dick.
Hi, Dawn. Dick Cox with Lindy Sports and Cox Sports Broadcasting. Tonight's game was a very physical game. And there's been times this year that we have talked about the team being too nice. But do you feel good about the way your team stood up? And even Zaya got a technical. I know as a coach, that's one of those you probably don't mind actually standing the ground. Do you think the team grew up a lot by standing the ground tonight?
I like the grit that we played with tonight. Defensively, I thought we were just engaged throughout the entire night. We made it very difficult for them to score. When they got easy opportunities, they bobbled the ball. That was probably just over the course of 40 minutes with them having to play and fight tooth and nails to get a basket. I like what our defense was able to do. I like, some of the things that we're doing offensively, getting off to a fast start. And, I thought we got good looks at the basket. Again, we just didn't finish layups. If we finished layups, I thought we could have, won by a lot more than we did.
Next, we will go to Greg.
Well, kind of going off of that, maybe you didn't play quite up to the offensive standards you want, but you keep the lead, above 13 for most of the second half. Does that give you more confidence going to the next game, or does it not really matter?
It doesn't matter. You're playing in the SEC where, no lead is safe. Georgia got out to a big lead today, and Texas A&M came climbing back and took the lead. We got out to a big lead. They got into our lead throughout the game, but I was really happy about our players just hitting big shots. Henny was big, hit crucial threes down the stretch. Zaya was attacking. Aliyah was just as strong. And then everybody else was just, Lily played great and inspired defensively and offensively. I think she had 4 assists, a couple of baskets. So super proud of everybody just coming together and playing some of our better basketball.
Next question is from Lawson.
Hey, Coach. Lawson Merle here with the Daily Gamecock. Just wanted to ask you about what you thought the impact from the Gamecock fans in the stadium tonight was, and if you thought it gave the team a little extra energy, especially in that first quarter.
This particular game felt a little bit different than, our normal games, even at the Colonial Life Arena. They were there, they were spread out, but we heard them. Like, we got a little burst because when Tennessee was coming back, they were cheering us on when we were making our run. They were just as loud when Tennessee had to call a timeout because we went on a run. They exploded. So yes, felt different. Love to hear that. We've been missing that. And I do believe that our players played a little bit more inspired for longer stretches because we had our fans in the stands.
Next question will go to Matt.
Coach, you have so much experience at this point in the tournament. What is the key for the players tonight and tomorrow morning with such a quick turnaround for the championship game?
It's out of my hands at this point. It is our medical staff, and our conditioning coach. They take over from, after the game until, we get ready to, warm up on the floor. So a lot of rest, a lot of cold baths, refueling, got to get back to the hotel and get some dinner in, and we'll probably just get back with our players tomorrow morning to talk about how we want to, the game plan for beating Georgia tomorrow.
We have a follow-up from Keith.
Hey, Coach, last time in Knoxville, Renee Davis really went off in the second half. Ray Burrell is, probably their best player all year. Tonight, you hold Davis to 9 and Burrell to 8. Talk about the defensive focus there. And then I wanted to ask if you saw anything on film when they put the ball out in front of them that they don't take care of it, because it looked like at times, and particularly early in the game, you kind of got some digs in there and stripped the ball out. Was that anything on the scout, or that's just kind of the way it worked out?
Well, we knew going into the game that Davis and Burrell were going to take the majority of their shots. And what we wanted to do is just try to get them to just disrupt them a little bit, not flow shots. Davis went downhill on us in the second half when we played them early in Knoxville. Burrell had her way in the first half. We just wanted to stay in between them and the basket and not allow them to turn a corner and force our bigs to rotate over. And when we got in between them and the basket, luckily for us, we're small, so we could play underneath them. They're big, so once they go into their shooting motions, there's really nothing that we can do besides foul them. But anything underneath, dribbling, putting two hands on the ball, we felt like if we could play underneath them, maybe we can disrupt them. And I thought we did a great job with creating that and just creating layers to our defense. If they got by us, we stun it. We're able to, get a hand in there and disrupt. So I thought we did a really good job with that.
And the last question will be a follow-up from Dick.
On tonight, Cook, Henderson, and Boston took 43 of your 63 shots. Is that something, would you like to see more the players, rest of the team shoot more, or is that a number you feel comfortable with, or is that putting too much of a load on 3 players?
At this point, we got to win basketball games. We don't really care where the points are coming from. As long as we can work inside out, anybody, and we get reversals. At that point, anybody, we will create good shots for anybody on our team. But I like the aggressiveness of the 3 of them, because they were very deliberate in the type of shots that they were taking. They didn't make all of them, and they didn't shoot a great percentage, but they gave us opportunity to rebound. They gave us opportunity to get to the free throw line by them fouling us. So, at this point, those are the 3 that have been putting points on the scoreboard for us. So you want your best players with the ball when the game is on the line, and, more than likely it will be one of them that takes, a lot of shots.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.